Welcome back to part 2 in this presentation about online asynchronous discussion forum. We were discussing how to succeed with the online communications, and again we turn to the experts. The Gilly Salmon 5-step model is a tool for online tutors, course designers and moderators. It reminds us to ease the learners into the participation, allowing them time to get to know the medium and to secure them both emotional and technical support. If online learning excites you, you can read her book, Activities, from which we borrowed this model. We start with step 1 and 2 in the induction week and continue with online socialization and knowledge construction, and hopefully get to that advanced stage of deep learning where the learners reflect on their own learning process. From the expert, we get tips and tricks for a good online environment, and the participation activity should start early with relevant warm-up tasks. And as mentioned, we secure the students' technical and human support. And in the beginning, that could be something as simple as actually logging in. Managing expectations starts before the course is accessed for the first time and is therefore a task for the course administrator as well as the tutor, as is explaining purpose and advantages, which is done before the course starts but needs to be repeated throughout the training. Messages and instructions to the students will need to be clear and unambiguous, and if there are more expectation to the student, the teacher or tutor need to be clear in distributing roles and tasks to the students. And sometimes they are divided into smaller groups. The design is usually the responsibility of the course designer, but it's good to know what she or he has thought about. And when it comes to the discussion, it's a case of embedding them in the course structure, both visually and thematic, so that the participants know that they are supposed to access and when they are supposed to access and where to put their posts. Number of attendees will be important, but in our courses there will be about 15 attendees, so there's no need to be dividing them into smaller groups. Different learning platforms have different ways of administrating forums, and also there will be different types of forum. It could be anonymous forums, there could be threading or toggled discussions, or very simple discussions with chronology, and there is an option of using opening hours so that a forum is not open all the time, or that you're not allowed to see other participants' answers before you have posted your own. But in our Moodle course we do it simple, so these are easy open threaded forums. Then there's the trigger. No, I don't want you to put a gun to your students' heads. A trigger is a prompt to remind the students to access their discussions, like Facebook happily chirping on your smartphone when it wants your attention. Some tutors will send their students an email. In our course, Moodle sends a digest to the students. Course administrator or the individual student in Moodle can set the frequency for this. And finally, what makes this a house of learning and not only a box? The who. Well, you. Okay, the participants are vital, but for them to participate, you need to be there, and you need to be aware. How do you talk to them? How do you get them to talk to you and to each other? Without a tutor, there will probably be no discussion. As the tutor and moderator, you can initiate and access the discussions in different ways. Here is a collection of roles tutors have undertaken. Your level of experience and your personality will influence which ones will be yours, probably you will switch a little between, with a few no-nos. Facilitator and moderator. Yes. The oracle, the know-it-all. Well, sometimes the students feel more secure when the teacher is there telling them what is right, but this could also kill the discussion. The guide. Absolutely. Fly on the wall. This could work well, but you have to buzz a little bit. Moderating and always be there is important, and a fly on the wall could know when to interfere, to make a summary, and when to sit back and let the students discuss between them. The role model, absolutely. The way you phrase your posts, the way you answer people, your wording, it's all important for the students to learn how this is done. The troll, absolute no-no. Even if you get frustrated, even if you should happen to get a person that you cannot like or that you think is again and again behaving badly, this is very unlikely, but you are never allowed to abuse or even be sarcastic to the students. The examiner, asking the questions to the students and expect a right or wrong answer, this could work in situations where the answers are very clear. Being absent is again an absolute no-no. Do not leave the students to themselves, even if you're just in fly on a wall mode. Little Miss Sunshine, always saying, yes, great, happy, good to hear from you, doing good. This could work. Sometimes it gets too much, but some students will need a lot of encouragement. Is this clear? Have you got any questions? Good. Ask the experienced tutor, and if she or he disagrees with some points in this presentation, good. You have something to discuss, maybe even online, maybe even asynchronously.